Humans have always been a little stubborn over everything they do, be it a natural calamity, an accident, or even a pandemic. Every time the end comes for a fatal embrace, we always fight back. We always like to be in control of the situation no matter what. But this time it seems we are losing the control gradually. It seems in this particular game, the nature has challenged us with her checkmate. Through this documentary, we will walk you through the basics of this deadly pandemic, how it all started, what all factors should we focus upon to stay healthy and save ourselves from this current deadly crisis. We'll also hear the first hand account of a frontline COVID warrior.
That was 8th April of this year. At around 9 p.m., I received a phone call from my hospital that one COVID patient has been admitted and I have to go there to join my medical team.
In the end, we will try and understand how Sri Sri Thakur and Kul Chandra's ideology fits into this current situation. It all started in China in the late 2019 when the first official case of COVID-19 was reported from the Hubei province on as early as November 17. Although a month ago or so, various health professionals had started warning about the strange and peculiar pneumonia-like symptoms in some patients. The origin story of the virus is well known. In the late 2019, some person or persons were affected in the Wuhan seafood market in Wuhan province of China. And as per the scientists, the initial transmission took place from bats to humans. Although it is still a hypothesis, but the scientists believe that there must be an intermediary like the pangolins, a scaly mammal, between the bat and the human transmission. The virus spreads from one person to the other through droplets, which means that coughing, sneezing or spitting can cause the infected particle to cause transmission. By this date, the mortalities of COVID-19 have reached millions. All the governments are trying their best to keep it under control, but it seems nothing is actually working. The symptoms of COVID are similar to that of the flu: coughing, sneezing, low-grade fever, etc. Almost all the patients show the symptoms within 14 days interval. So how are these COVID patients treated? How exactly is the environment inside the COVID isolation ward? Dr. Rajesh Chaudhary is a specialist in anesthesiology and critical care medicine in Tripura who has a first-hand experience in managing and treating the first COVID case of the state of Tripura.
What were the thoughts that came to your mind when you received the call that you have been assigned duty in COVID ward? How did your family take the news? One more question I want to ask. How important do you think is maintaining the psychological health of the COVID patients? Did you notice any psychological changes in the patients?
Like rest of the world, this fatal pandemic also struck our small state Tripura. Fortunately, I was included in the medical team for the treatment of the first corona patients of my state. That was 8th April of this year. At around 9 p.m., I received a phone call from my hospital that one COVID patient has been admitted and I have to go there to join my medical team. So as soon as I received the phone call, I started packing my baggage and all, because as the protocol, I have to stay in the COVID ward for continuously 7 days for treatment purpose, and thereafter I have to go for 14 days quarantine period. It is the national norm all over the country. And when I informed my mother, my wife, my daughter and all the family members, they all started worrying, was very much anxious, and even my mother started crying also. It was obvious for them because like rest of the general people, their mind also are being affected by all the misconceptions, by all the rumors regarding this coronavirus, and they are also watching news channels that lots of health workers are being infected by this virus throughout the world, and many of them also are dying. So I had to take little bit time to console them, to assure them that I will be using all the protective measures for my own protection and I will be okay. So anyhow, I reached my hospital at around 10 p.m. and joined my medical team there. There I stayed in a small room adjacent to the COVID ward. So treating these COVID positive patients is little bit different. It's not like that I have to only measure their blood pressure, their temperature, their pulse and giving them saline and injection. First of all, I had to go through a strict aseptic protocol for my own protection. And I had to wear PPE, that is personal protection equipment, before entering the COVID ward. And wearing this PPE with full body coverage with a full length gown, show cover, mask, face shield, everything in this hot climate of my state is very much exhausting and tiresome. And moreover, we cannot put AC on in the COVID ward. So you can imagine working with this PPE will be how much exhausting. Anyhow, I had to do this as a part of my profession. And one more thing, these COVID positive patients, they are mentally quite different from others because they are totally isolated from their family, their kids, their relatives, and nobody is allowed to meet them. Moreover, their minds are being affected by all the rumors, all the misconceptions, and there is a fear of death. I used to assure them every day that nothing is going to happen, they will be okay very soon. And I used to try to make them happy by making jokes with them. And I also used entertainment in the COVID ward, like putting television, newspaper, internet, and magazines. So all these measures little bit helped me to boost the mental. But I noticed that those patients who have a strong belief, a strong dependence on any god or living ideal, they are generally in better mental condition. They are not so much depressed, not so much mentally down, and little mentally stable also. So this mental stability and mental boosting is very much important for their quick recovery from this sickness.
Till date, no particular cure of coronavirus has been found, although more than 150 different companies and institutions have been trying very hard to develop a vaccine for the disease and cure it for once and for all. We all know that prevention is better than cure, but in such a situation, when there is no cure at all, prevention becomes the only cure. Not surprising, but the seers and saints of the ancient Vedic Sanatan Dharma have always regarded the hygienic principles as one of the basic pillars of Dharma. The most evolved and the most logical among the seers is Sri Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, who has always been a strong advocate of the role of Sadachar or hygiene in maintaining a good health. Sri Sri Thakur has classified the hygienic principles under three broad ways: physical hygiene, mental hygiene, and spiritual hygiene. Although we are doing a separate episode on the basics and the fundamentals of the Sadachar or hygienic principles in the next episode, it is still imperative to discuss about these in brief. The physical hygiene measures are well known to us: washing hands and feet, keeping the belongings clean, not to share the essentials like bed sheets, clothes with anyone. Everything which is essential to keep this wonderful system of human body running properly comes under physical hygiene. The mental hygiene mainly comprises repetition of the holy name. The holy name means the sound which symbolizes the vital mechanism of the original vibration that constitutes the seed of the creation. It has a tremendous power. If we repeat the holy name and meditate properly with a concentric mind, it generates great energy, benign urge, and heat in our body. It has an extraordinary efficacy as a supplementary to our food and medicine. Spiritual practice makes our energy lively and overflowing, inundating us with a wave of enthusiasm. It helps us in gaining recovery from diseases by stimulating our vital powers. The spiritual hygiene connotes unrepelling, active, concentric adherence to the ideal. Ideal is a man in whom all the qualities of divinity can be easily seen in a manifested form. Sri Krishna, Jesus, Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, they all represent the ideal. It is through this that a harmonious unification of the multifarious, isolated, contradictory, varied passions, situations, needs, aspects, thoughts, desires, problems, impulses, elements, constituents, and horizons of life can be achieved. As per the definition of health by World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. Sri Sri Thakur had already endorsed this definition in as early as 1945, wherein one of his discourses he had said that each component is related to the other. The physical health alone cannot be healthy at all. The person must be mentally sound, spiritually connected, emotionally stable, and socially in a healthy and balanced relationship. For that, following the principles of health and hygiene at all levels is mandatory. In one of his books, Chalar Sathi or Companion on the Way, Sri Sri Thakur says, the fundamental basis of dharma is to live and grow, and for that, the first and foremost necessity is health. Do, move, and be unobstructed in your go. Verse number 232. He further asserts, as health can control the mind, so also can the mind bring health under control. However pure, sound, and strong your mind is, your health also, to a large extent, will follow after it. And for this matter of attaining health, it is necessary to keep watch over the purity of your environment. There is hardly anything that can vitiate health and mind as much as an impure environment can. Be careful. Verse number 237, Companion on the Way. That's all for today's episode. In the next episode, we will hear in details about the exact points on which the Sadachar principles stand. How the ancestors of the Vedic Sanatan Dharma followed the principles of quarantine and social distancing in those days.
But do we all know that this concept of social distancing is nothing new? It has been practiced in ancient India since ages.
We will also come to know that how some countries have already defeated the coronavirus. Stay tuned till the next episode. Jai Guru, Vande Purushottam, adorations to the fulfiller, the best.